You're now watching Q News, and here are the top stories for this hour. Hamas has reaffirmed its full commitment to implementing all the terms of the Gaza ceasefire agreement in every phase and detail. The group has urged the international community to pressure Israel into fulfilling its obligations under the deal and immediately proceeding to the second phase without delay or evasion. Israeli media, citing an official source, has reported that Israel will not commit to the ceasefire agreement unless a resolution is reached on Gaza's future, including efforts to dismantle Hamas's authority. Earlier reports indicated that Israel is willing to maintain the ceasefire in exchange for time-limited negotiations on the release of living detainees. However, sources added that without a deal on detainees' releases, humanitarian aid deliveries to Gaza will not continue. China has reiterated its firm support for the Palestinian people's struggle to restore their legitimate national rights, urging the international community to push for a comprehensive and lasting resolution to the conflict. Speaking at the 58th session of the UN Human Rights Council in Geneva, China's permanent representative to the UN, Chen Zhu, expressed deep concern over the humanitarian crisis in the occupied Palestinian territories, particularly in Gaza. Chen emphasized that the two-state solution remains the only viable path to peace and reaffirmed that Gaza is an inalienable part of Palestinian land. He also stressed that post-conflict governance in Gaza must uphold Palestinian self-rule and rejected any forced displacement of its people. United Nations humanitarian workers say that the expansion of kitchens, water points and healthcare facilities is gradually improving living conditions for Gaza residents. In a statement, the UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, OCHA, emphasized that the UN and its partners are seizing every opportunity to increase life-saving assistance in the region. Efforts continue to address the critical humanitarian needs amid ongoing challenges. The United Nations has announced on Thursday that a 5-day vaccination campaign resulted in over 600,000 Palestinian children under the age of 10 in Gaza being vaccinated against polio. UN spokesperson Stefan Dujarric announced the completion of the campaign, which was launched after the discovery of the polio virus in sewage water samples from Deir el-Balah and Khan Yunis in December and January. Palestinians in Gaza's Khan Yunis have geared up for the Muslim holy month of Ramadan, with some light decorations set up between the rubble and crowds shopping in markets. Despite a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, people in the Palestinian enclave remembered Ramadan before the war and said that the festive atmosphere is overshadowed by the struggle of daily life. UNICEF has warned that Lebanon is grappling with immense challenges in recovering from war and economic turmoil. The agency reported that 45% of Lebanese households have been forced to cut spending on health care, while over 25% of children remain out of school despite the end of armed conflict. The crisis is particularly dire for young children, with more than half of those under 2 years old suffering from severe food insecurity in eastern Lebanon. Lebanese Prime Minister Nawaf Salam has vowed to strengthen the country's armed forces by enhancing their capabilities, training and equipment to bolster national defense. He emphasized that the army is expanding its presence in southern Lebanon to reinforce stability along the border. Salam also stated that Lebanon will not tolerate any attacks on UNIFIL peacekeeping forces, calling for the immediate prosecution of those responsible for recent security violations. And this concludes our top stories for this hour. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more updates here on Q News.